Okay, hello everyone. Today is the day two about the session. Okay, in day one, what we have discussed about Terraform, I will give summarize it. We have discussed what is Terraform. First, this was the first topic, correct? So Terraform is a open source tool. Okay, this is a open source tool, correct? Tool developed by HashiCorp, developed by HashiCorp, and this tool is used to write infrastructure as a code. Okay, now what exactly Terraform provides us, which we have discussed it, I have given you the overview what it is providing it. So I'll just summarize the steps and key components. First key component is declarative configuration, correct? This we have discussed it on day one. What is declarative configuration? Anyone? So declarative configuration, where you can define the desired state of your infrastructure in config file. Desired state. The term you remember, one is current state, one is desired state. So desired state of your infrastructure, you can define it. Correct? This term is important. Desired state, correct? So these configuration file, we will be using HashiCorp configuration language or JSON. We will discuss in detail how to write it, HashiCorp configuration language, and all these things. We will discuss it once we set up the environment, correct? Then second is providers, correct? As I told, Terraform is for infrastructure purpose. So what is infrastructure? Your public cloud or your on-prem infra like VMware environment or Citrix environment. All these are the infrastructure, correct? So we need to decide Terraform has to manage which infrastructure, whether it has to manage the public cloud or on-prem. Based on that only, we will be selecting the provider. So suppose I want to manage the AWS environment, then I will be using the AWS provider, correct? This is the step two. Then third is resources. So suppose I am taking AWS as a provider, then I have lot of option in the AWS provider, correct? I can manage S3, I can manage virtual machine, I can manage security, I can manage networking, DB, all this thing I can manage it. So that is the part of resources section. Then last thing is state management. So what is state management? So as in Terraform is targeted for your infrastructure only. So your infrastructure will have a current state. And in the Terraform, we are mentioning the desired state. So this is very critical file. State management is very critical section. So to achieve the desired state, what changes Terraform is going to perform it? All this thing we can map it and check it in the state management. It takes care through the state management section only, which we will discuss it in detail. Now we are going to set up the Terraform environment. Very easy. It's just a simple binary. I am going to set up on Ubuntu 22.04 server edition. You can set up on Windows, supported Windows environment or Linux, CentOS, anywhere. You just need to download the right binary. So first step is, as usual, system packages. We are updating it, apt update, apt upgrade. Then in case if unzip is not installed, we are just installing the unzip package. Step number 3, I am going to perform because unzip is already there in my system. And I am installing the quite older binary. Later on, I will upgrade it. So I just go and wget. I'm just downloading the binary. This is step number 1. And once I download the binary, the second thing is I just unzip it, that zip file. I unzip it and now the binary is there, correct? Terraform binary. I just need to move this Terraform binary to user local bin. And I just run this command Terraform version is there. It will show you outdated, but this is very simple. I just need to download the zip file, unzip it, and move that binary to user local bin. That's it. That's the way we will be setting up the environment. Any question about the lab? In case if you don't have any question, you can proceed with the setup. And now after that, we are going to discuss each things in detail. I will be firstly showing you that different options which Terraform as a command line utility is providing us. And then we will discuss the config file, providers, resources in detail. Since this training is targeted for AWS provider, we will discuss we will be taking the example of AWS only, where we will be providing the access key and access key ID for accessing for credential purpose in the our configuration file. And then we will be creating the virtual machine instances, all these things we will be doing it using the Terraform. So that's it from my end. And now you can proceed with the lab. Okay. Thank you.